What is going on, y'all? This is Jae Grind from the BX from the Jae Grind Podcast. I have a special guest, multi-talented, amazing, young entrepreneur. We got Maegon Jackson and Megan's mom. Can you guys introduce yourselves?
Hi, I am Maegon Jackson, and I am very glad to be here.
And I am Rashida Jackson, her mother, the co-author of Megan's Magical Adventure.
So, Megan, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you got going on.
So, I'm 10 years old. I'm an author, an actress, and a model. Um, I I like to sing, do coloring, and I also really like to dress up. So that's a
Okay,
little bit
so
about me.
you said that you're an author, and your mom, Miss Jackson, was just saying that you have Megan's Magical. Tell us a little bit about the book and what is it about?
It's about three little girls going through an adventure. Whenever they do something they all love and they're spending time together with friendship and magic, um, all of the things that they love and adore start to glow up. Like for one of the characters, it could be a pencil box, and another, it could be a tutu. Whenever they're just having fun, it usually glows. But one time they start to separate because one of them thought that the other two were ignoring them. So they had a little argument and they split up. Not for long. They came back together and they renewed the friendship. And then a very surprising thing happens at the very end.
Okay, so where can people find you? Where can people buy your book?
People can buy my book on Amazon, also on Barnes and Nobles. But if you just want it to be, if you want us to ship it to you, what is it again, Mom?
Well, if you want it signed, you can put in a request. On Facebook, it's Poets and Spoken Word. On Instagram, it's also Poets and Spoken Word. You can just inbox me and we'll handle it from there.
Okay, so what inspired you to write this book?
Actually, another book. Um, my so when my mom bought this book because she thought I would love it, I absolutely do. But the name of that book was Harriet of Harlem. I read the book, I loved it, I adored it. I asked my mom if there was going to be another book. So apparently, the author and my mom were friends on Facebook. So she asked the author of Harriet of Harlem if there's going to be another book. She said there was. And then I was so excited I wanted to do a recording of me reading the book and send it to her. So I read one of the books. I had the other book just yeah. And my mom decided that it'd be a good idea if I had a little video chat with the author. By the way, the author's name is Tanya Wright. I did the little interview. I loved it, and then I asked Miss Tanya if she could write a book about me, because I've always wanted a book to be written about me, and I've always wanted to write a book. But I just never felt like it'd be possible. My mom over here always thought that it would. She made thousands of books, but I thought that people may not be as supportive.
Why?
Because as we all know, some people in the world aren't as nice as some others.
Right. I agree.
And I
And,
just felt like that if I made a book that I would get treated some type of way that I did not like, and then I'd probably do something that I'd regret in the future.
mm,
But
I didn't.
but you did. You overcame that. Well, that's awesome. And I want to say, like, is that what your book is about? Just overcoming adversity, overcoming obstacles?
Yes. Um,
How, like,
they
like,
did
I'm sorry.
overcome.
Sorry, go ahead. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. They did overcome a few obstacles, like when their friendship started to try, like their friendship started to separate, and then the little event that I was talking about at the end.
yeah, so
Right.
it highlights the friendship, the obstacles that you go through in friendships, which are not often really discussed, even within your parental circle. Developing friendships and knowing what we often talk about things, what people bring to the table, and we don't often really pay attention to the different things that our friendships bring to the table. So in this book, we talk about anxiety, we talk about togetherness, we talk about communication and listening to each other, the importance of that, and paying attention to our friendships as well. With the two characters, it's Megan, Nia, and Egypt, and each of those characters bring such an enormous amount of positivity to the group, to their friendship. Um, it's
Right.
yeah, definitely. It like I said, it reading it, helping her write it was one thing, and then going back and then reading through it was just like, wow. As an adult, these are tools that we need today in navigating the friendships and how we, support each other even in our down moments, and how positive affirmations really do play a big part in how we navigate our everyday life.
Yeah, I agree, and the teamwork aspect of it too was just really amazing. It's something that it's so amazing to hear a 10-year-old having this creative mind and just being able to write something that it doesn't just go for kids. It can come for all adults. And I actually am gonna buy it. So after this, I am gonna shoot a DM and I need a signature on it so I can take a picture so I can make sure that I you know, shout out the celebrity over here, but I love it. And what do you what's your message to um what's your message to adults and kids? Just overall, just wanting to push themselves into doing something that they want to do.
My message, um, ooh, it's kind of hard to answer.
Is it though?
It is.
It's not.
Kinda. My message is just technically my kind of catchphrase for this question would probably be just be great on purpose and try your hardest.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
how important is it to huh?
even though sometimes it may be rough in trying to be great on purpose, just try and be great on purpose without having to try to be great on purpose. Just
Mm.
purposely be.
How im- wow. Wow. So how important is it to be honest and be and purposeful?
For me, a lot. I'm gonna just say it now, a lot. Because honestly, me being good on purpose means that I know that I am trying my hardest and trying my best, even though sometimes it may be hard or rough.
Yeah,
Mm.
being great on purpose is actually
Okay.
something that being great on purpose was something that I started saying to her at a very young age. And it turned into something, an affirmation that I would give her in the morning before she went to school. Who would have thought that it would end up in a book? But I used to, I would tell her to remember to be great on purpose. And we sat down one day and she said, well, Mommy, what does that mean to you? And I said, well, being great on purpose is when you're great by accident, it's hard to duplicate because you don't know, when you look back at your day, you don't really keep account of how many times that you were great on accident. But when you're great on purpose, that means that you really take that time to be purposeful, to really step up and say, I'm going to do the right thing. I'm going to be the best version of myself daily.
Wow. So, Maegon, what do you tell everyone? Like, what would you say to someone about support? How important is support to you, Maegon?
Support is a big event in someone's life, and especially in my life. My mom supported me a lot, and my family supported me a lot. Through making the book, I did feel like I'd probably never be able to finish it because I'm the kind of person that wouldn't, I'd start something, and then a few weeks later, I'd be like, okay, I found a new thing. I want to do that. And just leave the other thing behind. Like I didn't already start. It's a weird habit, but it's true.
But what happened when you have support?
When I have support, it's really nice and to feel my family, friends supporting me through. I'm so sorry. Seeing them support me.
You need something to drink?
Yes. I'm so sorry.
Okay, so that's really good. You okay? So I wanted to ask you, being an actress, like what inspired you to be an actress?
Pretty much. Ooh. I'm so sorry, my throat's just really dry right now.
That's okay.
You're okay.
Feels like there's something stuck in my throat.
You're okay. You're nervous. That's all right.
Oh. Yeah. What actually inspired me to be an actress was my mom. I actually asked my mom, can I start doing acting and stuff at a very, very young age. Very young. I think I was 3. I was 3 when I first asked my mom, can I start acting? So she made it possible. We grabbed some of my family members, and we started making a movie. We've made a lot of movies throughout the years. Probably one of my favorites would probably be Best Christmas Ever.
And that's on YouTube?
It's on YouTube, but for some reason I tried searching it up. I can't find it.
I think it's on Hulu too.
What?
It's on Hulu too. Yeah.
So you've made a lot of movies, and that was your favorite movie. So what were your movies about?
Pretty much just spending time together, sometimes going through rough patches, but most of the time just spending time together.
Yeah. The Best Christmas Ever was definitely about recreating that. So first part, what she was talking about, making things possible. I also I'm a writer. I'm also a published author as well. I've written scripts and things like that. I usually work with Ideal E Productions. in writing those different scripts. So for her to ask if, to be an actress and things like that, and being a very overprotective mother, those things were not as hard to do. It's all about being in the proper positions. But the best Christmas ever was actually a recreation of kind of my childhood and the co-writer's childhood, on how navigating relationships and children, and you've got kind of like that Scrooge person, and then you've got that other person that's like, Christmas is important, it's about family, and I want to make those moments and those memories. And she was about 3.5, 4 at that time. She did pretty well. We're working on writing another script more geared towards a 10-year-old.
And that.
Yes, a 10-year-old Maegon. But right now we're kind of focusing on the book a little bit more, because we were surprised. We didn't expect for it to take off as well as it did. But she said she wanted to be somebody of importance where everybody, kind of knew who she was. And, God works in mysterious ways.
He does. So, it's crazy. I wanted to ask you this. Why do you want people to know you?
The reason I want people to know me is because, I just went blink. I just started to talk and went blink. Why?
What did you used to tell me?
Think. Africa. I told you my brain went.
Your light, remember?
What?
Your light in inspiring people.
Oh yeah, I've always wanted to inspire people to do great things in life. So that's one thing. Another thing was because I just wanted to be famous and help my mom.
Yeah, so
Bills and try and repay her for everything that she has done for me through the years. The last thing, to get money.
okay, nothing wrong with that. But let me ask you this though: if you were to pass away, what would you want people to know? What would you want people to take from you? What would you want people to learn from you?
What I would want people to learn from me if I ever did pass, is to be great on purpose, never give up, even if it's hard sometimes, and just try your best.
So what was the process in making the book? What was the process of being an actress? What was those processes that people don't see as a young actress and a young author?
It takes a lot. It takes a lot of patience. I'm gonna say that now. I'm telling you, like 5, 4, 10 times I decided I wanted to quit, but my mom over here said, "No, no. We made it this far. We're gonna keep going, okay?" So here I am now. Just one thing I want people to know for being an author, and their parents are helping them: don't make it 10 chapters. Don't make it 10 chapters. I'm telling you, me and my mom almost went in a boxing ring because we made it 10 chapters. At one point, I wanted to make it 19.
Oh my
It
God.
actually wasn't that bad. The amount of she originally wanted to have 20 chapters, and I was like, that's too much.
I told you.
But we cut it down to 10, and those were the best 10 chapters that we ever created.
It was hard to try and figure out what are we gonna name the chapters. At first, I decided to just put numbers. My mom said that we have to name the chapters. So we named the chapters. That was the hardest 10 months of my life.
It wasn't even 10 months. It was like 2 months.
It felt like 10 months.
Yes. So obviously, um, when we talk about sticking with something that we agreed to, when she spoke with Tanya Wright and she agreed that she would write the book, um, I gave her a little bit of time, to decide on whether or not she really wanted to do that. But I did express to her that we don't agree to do things that we don't plan on sticking with. Um, Once she came back and she said, "Okay, mommy, I'm ready," we sat down and we mapped it out. We did the setting, we did all those things that they teach you in school when it comes to writing. We utilized all of those skills that she had learned while in the fourth grade, and we just step by step. It took a lot of nights for me because I am a writer, staying up till 4 o'clock in the morning, making sure that we got all the details.
Can I say something real quick, Mom? She does not like to stop when she's already done something. Ever. If she starts something, like my hair, if she starts like from here, she will not stop until it is done.
Yes.
Yeah, she'll be very mad if she has to wait another day.
Dedication is very important, and that's something that I continuously instill in her. Like I said, agreeing to do something and sticking with it. Writing the book didn't take as long as she says it does. But it was about 2 months, about a good 2 months of writing and making sure that we had everything and we got all the details in order that she wanted to display within the book.
So I wanted to ask you this. So Megan, learning, your mom is a huge um, influence and role model to you. And you said something earlier about being famous. So what does being famous entail?
Being famous to me, pretty much just trying to show the world that you can still make moolah at a very young age. And also teaching other young kids that it's okay if you feel like you won't be able to do anything or something's wrong. Just try. And plus, spoiling my mom right.
Yeah. So how do you spoil your mom rotten? What do you have to do?
Pretty much listen, pay attention, and when I get famous, get her a mansion. And 12
I'll
sports
say
cars.
something. I'll add something to that. You know what your mom was doing? Your mom is teaching you how to be consistent and to keep your word and to follow your vision. And like you said in your book, there's going to be rough patches, but you keep going. So, I wanted to ask you this question. What's something that you would tell the adults who wants to write a book, who wants to act, who wants to be a model? What would you tell them?
Do it. All I'm saying is do it. Because if you feel like you want to do it and you believe that you can, my mom told me this so many times. Believe in it, you can do it. You can achieve it. That's exactly how I did this thing. That thing right there. But just try. Don't make it so hard on yourself if you feel like you won't be able to do it. Just try. Because I know some grown-ups out there, and not a lot, just some, say that it's going to be too hard and I don't want to have to go through all that work. And then it might not even work. Oh my God, it's going to be so hard. Just do it. I'm 10 and I'm over here living the best life. Just do it.
Okay, I love that. What would you tell another 10-year-old that wants to do what you're doing? How do they start?
Get your parents' permission.
Okay. So
That's
what
exactly what I
is
did.
okay. So what's your next project? What's your next step into your book, into your acting career?
So me and my mom are trying to discuss if we do want to make another book. The options are leaning towards yes. But it's gonna be like a boy version of this exact book.
Mm.
Acting career so far, we are trying to get the group back together so we can make like a few more movies and whatever.
Right. There's actually there is something in the works. It's almost like a reading rainbow, but a new age version of a reading rainbow that we're working
Wow.
on, where she is going to be the host, reading different books and talking about them. We have an event coming up on the 25th of October for FTM, Final Touch Modeling for Fashion Week. She's going to be a vendor there. And then the end of October, we'll be going to New Jersey to do a book signing as well.
That is
Yeah, we
awesome.
have things to
That
do.
so
And
you
that
know I would
actually is supposed to include Trinity.
Oh yes,
Yes.
the book signing is
wow. So this boy version of the book, what I mean, I don't want to ask too much. I don't want y'all to give it away, but it just sounds very interesting for you to want to write a boy version. Like what's the purpose of that one part of the boy version?
one. I don't want a bunch of people being like, "Why are you only making girl books? That's not fair." And second, it honestly wouldn't be fair to make a girl book and then not make a boy version for the boys.
So the reason that you made the girl version first was because of what?
The Tanya Giant book.
No, remember what you were talking about being able to identify?
Oh yeah, I wanted little girls, 10-year-old, 4-year-olds, 1-year-olds, to be able to identify, with themselves in the book. It's actually a coloring book too.
Mhm.
Um, so I wanted the people to identify with themselves in the book. Um, so we are going to be doing. I wanted the people to be able to do that in color too. So parents won't have to get mad at their child for coloring in a book.
Okay, so I wanted to ask you this one, like you how are you thankful to God for everything that you're doing right now?
I'm thankful to God for um I'm thankful for God. I'm so sorry. I'm thankful for God for helping me go through this journey of creating the book and being an actress. Without his support and his help, I probably would not be here right now. I probably wouldn't be writing or even thinking of writing a book. It's thanks to him that I am here right now, standing up tall, selling books. Like, I just see the Idol Awards.
Wow. So where can the people find you? Where can the people want to work with you? Where can the people buy your book? Where can people follow you in your journey? Let the audience know.
People can follow me on my journey um, through my mom's Facebook. As she said Poetic Spoken Word. You can buy the book. If you want it to be like signed, you can go on my mom's Facebook or Instagram or inbox her by Poetic Spoken Word.
Or Amazon.
Or Amazon and Barnes and Noble. We are going to do a book signing at Barnes & Noble's too.
Eventually.
Eventually.
Yes.
We don't know when, but
Okay.
eventually.
Okay, is there one thing that you want the audience to know? Is there something you want to share with the audience about yourself that they should know before we go? Something motivational, something inspiring?
Remember to be great on purpose.
All right, y'all. So, y'all heard what Megan said. Be great on purpose. Follow her book. Get her book. Buy her book. I'm going to buy it right after this on the Jae Grind Podcast. You already know. BX. We in it.